third down. Tungo Vailoa. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Giants.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Giants.
On the give, it's Tracy. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9.
The Bears take over first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
No touch, no touch.
Now the first carry for King Henry. To the 45. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Extra point by McManus. Up and good. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Now, first down throw for Tua. That's complete. Kylan Granson. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now Tua taps it forward. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now it's Tua. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough. And now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And That's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Tua. He'll get this one complete to Brown. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Giants first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Rolling right. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking it down. Shelby Harris. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. Beautiful catch on the sideline. He's in bounds. There is a penalty flag down, and that might wipe away the game. A shotgun snap for Tua. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tay'Shaun. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
And like as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter. We're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It was Dorrance Armstrong who was there to get him down. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tua. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
They're going to go. It's Tua. Looking downfield for Coleman. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, New York. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Giants are back within 4. It is 14-10. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. They'll return this from the 11. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
A second down throw for Hurts. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. On first down, it's Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. It is caught left side by St. Brown. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air again, Hurts. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the ground, here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the Giants' 28-yard line.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown Bears. His 4th TD grab of the season. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Bears are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll run with Tracy. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Ready, set.
Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the one-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Good.
Here's Tagovailoa. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Here's the toss, right side to Henry. And he's going to be taken down as we hit a 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 6.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Throwing is Hurts. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
No touch.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. This is hot. He got the connection to Collins.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Hurts again. As he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Again, Hurts. Left side into the hands of Olave. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Chicago.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
This throw out wide to St. Brown.
Pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Hurts will try it again. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding to just a gain of a yard. He sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts. Forced out wide. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Extra point line makes Madden up and good. The Bears add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. To return is Tucker. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the... will begin.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Fake the hand. Now, Tua. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Now this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. The rookie from Georgia, Jalen Walker. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Pass completed is St. Brown. And he's into the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown Bears. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Bears will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
A great connection there. The Here's first and 10.
And the Giants, first down. A gain of 47 yards.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa.
First down.
Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's brought it down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the gun, here's Tua.
6-yard line.
Forced to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Tua now on third down. He's going to pick up the first down and more. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And the Giants, first down.
Tua to throw again. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, New York.
Giants.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Giants 18. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. This is Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On third down, it's Hurts. He connects with St. Brown. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. Certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And here's plenty backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
41-yard line.
Third down. 3 to go.
Hey, 73.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
Bears, first down.
That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
2-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
73.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Over the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he will score! Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Bears. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down.
Solo left side. Watch it, Oscar. Hey, double one.
Now Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long.
Let's go.
They snap it to Tua. Open man, A.J. Brown's got it. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Not only did they convert on 4th down, they picked up a quarter of the field. A gain of 25.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Solo left side.
Tua now on 1st down. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he'll take this one in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest. If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
Good. Winning team. Turbo 1, high. 21G, 21, 8.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
left, Zion.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one.
They're right here. 18. Hey.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Third and long. Here's Tua. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
A gain of 17 yards. It's fourth down.
Number 1. Step. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
Miami. Good.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. It'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
73.
That's good for the Bears. First down.
On first down, it's Hurts. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the fourth quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life. And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback. And it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the fourth quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
On second down, here's Tagovailoa. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is caught by the tight end, Noah Gray. Touchdown, New York. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Throwing again, it's Tua. That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll give it going left. There's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience. 3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Is caught left side by St. Brown. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
21G, 21G. Solo left Giant.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. It's 2nd down.
20,
From the gun, here's Tua. And downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here comes 2nd down. Again, it's Tua. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
21G. Out.
Tua to throw again. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
A pistol set with Tagovailoa. That is caught, and he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, New York. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. Even with their full complement of timeouts, both try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
Great.
On play action, Hurts. Olave come across the field. He's got it. And he's in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The offense and Hurts ready for this 2-point attempt.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
Giants 41. Jake Bailey.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's 2. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. Now 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now it's Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Tua now on 3rd down. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And the Giants here will use the 1st of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They have 2 timeouts, but not much time. Down 2 scores as we get to 1st and 10.
21G.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. In middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
All right, let's go.
Here's first down.
First down.
All right, fellas.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Tua. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
Solo left Zion. Hey, 21 here.
Throwing is Tua. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Back to throw is Tua. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grasp. The collision jarred it loose. The try for two is unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
Easy, 63.
A first down throw for Hurts. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Good. Try left daddy. Hey, 73. Man.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I'll tell you one thing, Mike. This pass rush certainly isn't the reason why they're losing this game right now. I mean, they have made their presence felt all throughout this game, and they're about a half second away from adding another sack to their total.
Third and long for Hurts. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. That's deep for Olave. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. And the Giants are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out yet? Did it find out where? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed where I have my face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside,